Hi, it's Paul from Touchboard. Today I'm going to show you how to build the wall height adjustable actuator system. So you got your two columns, you got your frame, you got your brackets. Open up your boxes, lay everything out. Start with your bottom bracket. So that's the thicker of the two brackets. The hole facing upwards. This is the bottom I'm working on. Next up is attach your frame to the four sliders. Make sure you don't have your frame upside down. How do you tell? There's a section in the middle of the frame just behind it that sticks out. That is the part for the actuator arm, so that should be at the highest. Get your screws. There's the section, so that is the frame up. Attach your screws to the extrusion arms through the sliders. Then next up will be attaching your actuator arm. So you've got the bottom of the system where that bracket is, you've got the top, your actuator arm, the label should be facing you. That's the front of the system we're working on. So the actuator arm attaches to the section that sticks out at the top of the frame. Slide up your bottom bracket to line up with your actuator arm. It's just a bolt through both the holes and locking pin. Next up, your top bracket. It sits just off the top. Make enough room because you've got a couple of caps that finish your H-frame off as well. Now measure up. Make sure you have the exact measurement, 340 mils. Once you're happy, everything's even, tighten it all up, stand it up. What I'm pointing out now is the holes on the bracket. They are for lining up when you put up against the wall and marking out and screwing the frame to the wall. So then brackets will sit flush to the wall. This particular model is for mobile, but if you keep watching, I will show you more on the wall mounting. This will show you what it should look like from behind. Putting your power through the extrusion legs are hollow, so that saves any trip hazards. And just attaching your plugs to the power board. Power board sits in the middle. Screw that in there, and you can attach your plugs. Do a bit of cable management. And there's also a section where you separate the brains from the actuator arm as well, so it doesn't rub up against the wall and sever any cables, which I'll be showing you in a second. So in this particular instance, I was just making sure things were level. I was putting covers on. For yourself, do not put the covers on until your system is screwed into the wall, or you'll have no way of screwing it into the wall. Always check the height. Everything's moving good before proceeding with cable management. Okay, so if you're attaching this to the wall, we provide an extra clip that you can attach to your frame. You can see it here, but I'm going to be taking this off, and I'll just quickly show you. And this is where your brains will sit. We're just going to take away that small gap where the cables in the wall nearly touch each other, just for safety. So we attach a small clip onto the frame. The brains can actually slide off the actuator arm, and then you can slide it onto that clip. And that ensures that no cables will rub or sever against any walls or obstacles you may encounter. So we've got that screwed on. The brains and the actuator arm are joined on by a screw on the left hand side where you see that label. So you grab your screwdriver, unscrew that screw, then you'll be able to slide off your brains. So I've got the brains here sliding off. That's what it looks like. Turn it upside down because you still got a part of the brains that sticks out. We want it to slide on nicely to the frame. And that's it, slid on. That's going nowhere. Now the rest is just cable management. Tidy up your cables, make it look neat. Your switch gets screwed on the right hand side of the system. There's screw holes in place, and you got some plastic clips as well for cable guides to cable tie or Velcro strap in your cables as well. Then once you're happy, plug everything in, and then you will be proceeding to finally putting your covers on once you have screwed into the wall. So maybe a case of, you can do it in any order in particular. You can screw into the wall first, then do your cable management, or you can do a bit of cable management, then screw into the wall. Okay, we're ready. Now, your bottom bracket has 3 slits, one there, one outside, and one in the middle. That should give you enough scope to mark out and screw into your wall. Try and, if it's a stud or brick wall, you'll have enough scope on them brackets to mark out and screw in. Once everything's screwed in, your system is sitting flush to the wall, which is basically your brackets onto the wall. Put on your covers. So your covers consist of 4 screws, 4 at the top, 4 at the bottom. Make sure you put your sealing caps on as well. Once your covers are on, your system is now ready to take your panel. So we do include the bracket arms for your screen. Attach them, screw them into your screen, then lift them on to your system once your system is secure. So general tools you need for this: Allen keys are a must, screwdrivers, cable snips, and that's about it. Measuring tape as well. Make sure everything's level, and once you're happy, you can then proceed to mounting your screen. Thank you for watching.